and welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. This channel is all about planning and budgeting, so if those are topics that you are also interested in, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you along on this journey. In today's video, we're going to be closing out the first week of August, and we're going to be setting up the second week for our family budget. I'm using the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I do have a link to her website in the description box below. I'm also using these budget category stickers from Cara Jo Plans. I have a link to her Etsy shop in the description box below, as well as a discount code for all of my YouTube viewers. All the other stickers that you see in my workbook are from my shop, Life in Envelopes, and there is a link to that in the description box below, as well as a discount code for all of my YouTube viewers. By the way, guys, I just wanted to show you this. So when I make my kits, they have a Sunday start, but I've told you in the past that you can make it a Monday start by buying the days of the week stickers. And this is the 22-point font in the sour set. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like if you were to purchase the days of the week stickers separately to make a Monday start for your planner. This is what it would look like. I had a question about that. I've had a few questions about that, so I thought I would just show you. Okay, so starting over here with the expense tracker. So the way I've been using her expense trackers is I've been doing one expense tracker per week. Today when I was doing this, I was thinking I might switch it up and I might do all of because we're basically doing two budgets. Here, let me show you. We're doing a monthly budget with David's paycheck. His paycheck is covering all of these fixed expenses in our budget, and then we're doing a week-to-week budget with my paycheck covering all of our variable expenses and a couple of fixed expenses. So I was thinking about doing a expense tracker like for all the fixed expenses, and then doing one expense tracker per week with all the variable expenses. So I might switch to that. I'm going to think about that some more. But like I said in the past, I've been doing it week to week. Okay, so let's head over to the calendar and see where our money went this week. Okay, starting with bills. So we had several bills that came out. First, HBO came out, and that was $17. Then our State Farm came out, and that was $133. And we put $5 aside for garbage. We actually pay garbage every 3 months, but we're now pulling it out we're pulling out a little bit every week so that when that third month comes up and we have to pay that bill, it's not so shocking to the system. So every week I'll be paying a little bit towards garbage. Next up is debt. We did have a couple of debt payments come out this week. First, our SUV payment came out, and that was $118. And then loan number 2. So loan number 2 is actually $568, but what we're doing is we're pulling out $142 every week from my check, my variable check, so that when that payment comes up at the end of the month, we have the total $568 saved up for it. So that's coming out just like the garbage comes out. Those come out in cash and go in an envelope, and then when it's time to pay the bill, I put it back in the bank and pay the bill. These come from David's paycheck, so his paycheck is in the bank, and they just come out directly from the bank. Okay, next is food. So we spent a total of $180 on food this week. That was a combination of Sam's Club and then Fairway and eating out. All together came to $180. We set aside $25 for gas this week. Okay, this is an interesting one, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when we get to the spreadsheet, to the worksheet. But miscellaneous, we pulled out $49 in cash for a miscellaneous envelope, but then we ended up spending more than that. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that when we get to the spreadsheet, to the worksheet. Okay, next is spending money. So spending money was $45. I get 20, David gets 20, and Logan gets 5. Savings challenge, we put $21 towards our savings challenge. And sinking funds, we put $25 towards our sinking funds. Okay, let's head over to the worksheets and take a closer look at all this. Okay, so starting with our fixed expenses, these are the items that are covered by David's paycheck. So mortgage came out, and that was, I think it was $1 more. Oh, I didn't write it here. Mortgage did come out. Let me make a sticker for that. And it was $1 more than what we budgeted. So mortgage would be a debt versus a bill. Let's see. What color are debts? Pink. So that did come out. I just forgot to make a sticker for it. And it was $1 more than what we budgeted. So it was $13.35. State Farm came out, and that was also $1 above budget, so it was $133. HBO, I believe, was exactly what we budgeted, $17. And then also the SUV payment came out, and that was $118. So that's it for our fixed expenses. Let's head over to the weekly spreadsheet now. Okay, time to set up week 2. So we've had a very successful week in Etsy this week. We did a mystery kit sale, so we were able to pay ourselves $600. Woohoo! I was very, very excited. Actually, when this video goes up, the mystery kits are still available. The way it works is they're available until a certain date or until they sell out. And I think they're available until Tuesday, if whatever is still left. I believe there's still a little bit left. Okay, and then we had a Buy Me a Coffee. We made $5 on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you again to the very generous person who gave us a coffee. I did give her a shout out in the cash envelope stuffing video. Okay, let's talk about that rollover. So we did have a negative rollover this week, which we need to make up for, and it was negative $43. So we need to pay that back right away. So I'm going to take that away from my income before I do anything else. So let's see where we're starting this week. So we're going to be working with $562 this week. Okay, loan number 2 gets $142. Garbage gets $5. So altogether, that's $147. So 562 minus 147. That leaves us with $415 to work with. I'm going to bring that down here to my variable expenses. So for the cash envelopes, we actually leave $100 in our bank account to swipe when we go to Sam's, and then we pull $100 in cash for anything else that comes up during the week. Like if we want to go to a different grocery store, if we want to eat out, then we have that money. So altogether, there's $200 here. But we also did a savings challenge where we pulled some of that money and we put it over here in this section, the cushion savings challenge. We ended up putting $30 in that savings challenge this week, which means that we had $170 over here for food. So $100 in the bank and $70 in cash. For gas, we pulled $25 and put it in our cash envelope. For miscellaneous, we pulled $50 from the bank to put in our cash envelope, but then we did a savings challenge for homeschool. We ended up putting $3 in homeschool, leaving us $47 in that envelope. And then spending money was $45. That's $20 for me, $20 for David, and $5 for Logan. So let's see all together how much we put in our cash envelopes. We put $287 in there. So $415 minus $287 means we have $128 left to work with. So I'm going to pull that up here to our sinking funds. These are also a form of cash envelopes. And all of this was in the video that came out on Friday. So if you want to see the actual stuffing, then go ahead and check that out in Friday's video. So we put $5 towards car maintenance, $5 towards car registration, $10 towards Christmas, and $5 towards vet. Altogether, that comes to $25. So 128 minus 25 is 103. Now, we're not doing anything with extra debt right now because that's not our focus. Right now, our focus is building up that $1,000 cushion in our account. So I'm just going to put 0 there. So I'm going to bring that 103 down here to our extra savings box. So 103. So we already have that $30 that we put in the cushion, the savings challenge cushion. The $3 we put in the homeschool savings challenge envelope. Now, we still need to add $12 to that $500 cushion. Remember, we only have $488 currently in the bank to cover the $500 cushion, so we're going to do that today. Now, whatever this equals minus 103, that's the amount that we're going to have to roll over to next week. So let's calculate that and see what that would be. So we've got 30 plus 3 is 33, plus 12, that's 45. So 103 minus 45 is 58. So we have $58 to roll over to help us cover expenses next week. That's very exciting. I wasn't really planning on ever having a rollover in this area, but I don't mind that because things come up like Logan's trip. So it's nice to have some extra money. Okay, so all together, that's $103, which means we have left our budget at 0, which is exactly what I'd like to do. At the end of the week, I want to make sure that I have a place for all of my money, even if that place is a rollover indication. So that is it for week 2. I am very excited to go into week 2. I think we're on the right path here. I was a little nervous when I spent that extra money on Logan, but it ended up being okay. And in fact, we're currently ahead. So things are going well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, will you please give it a thumbs up? And I will see you all again next time. Bye, everyone.